Hello and welcome to Sullivan's Farm. Few jobs on the go at the moment. The first of which is to sort out the calves into their what will be their rearranged pens. Obviously they need straw as well. I suppose it's a good sign, they're getting big, they need straw constantly there now. But I threw a tape around them all there yesterday evening. Herself gave me a hand and we picked out 5 that were all either 40 or over 40 inches or just on the edge of the 40 inches. Which means they're close to 95 kgs. They're going to go on to their weaning week then. They are from the bigger group of 10 who are getting 500 grams with the last week. So they'll get 400 this evening, maybe for 2 or 3 evenings. They might get 300 then for 2 or 3 more evenings, 200 for 2 evenings, and then that's it. They're ready to rock. They can have access to the outside as well as the far down span here as well with the Angus bull. So that'll be half of them gone out, which will be another nice milestone to show we're making some bit of progress through the year. The other side of it then, there was another 5 who were around the 36. Sorry, I'm being interrupted here. There's another 5 who are around the 36-inch mark, so they're only in the high 70 kgs. And I'm going to give them 700 grams of powder for the next while, and I'll throw tape around them in a fortnight again and see how they're getting on. But I guess the clock is ticking for them. All going well, they'll be weighed around the 100 kg mark. And then they have 12 months to put on 250 kgs so that they're 350 by the time they're going to the bull this time next year. So clock is ticking, but sure, we'll do everything we can to give them themselves every opportunity. Another job on the agenda is to get this sprayed off. This is where the fodder rape was all the winter there. I'm satisfied that most of the weed seeds have come through now, even though there's still plenty brown clay. I think any weeds that would come on it now are probably weeds or seeds that would have blown in. So we get it sprayed this week, give it 14 days then, and start the various rootivating and levelling and seeding and fertiliser and lime and all that stuff. And hopefully, I think it's about 6-8 weeks after that, we'll be in grazing it. As I was passing, I just double checked that I had all the plastic from where we were giving them the bale. So as ever, there was a few bits mixed, but I had most of it. As you look at them now, you'd swear butter wouldn't melt in their mouths. But that certainly wasn't the case. I think it was, Sunday night. I got the call Monday morning. I was at one of the lads' matches down on the other side of Waterford City, down in Fate Lake, and I got a call asking if we were missing cattle. And I said, no, we're not missing cattle anyway, even though I hadn't seen him that morning yet. And the man said, would there be a speckled park heifer on it? And I said, I don't know. And he said, a mixture of Angus bullocks and heifers. Right, where are they? I had seen the cattle in here, in our own forestry, a couple of days after they went into the far off side of the far off knock. They can go in there. There was wire up, but obviously they must have went through it. It was wire that's there with 10-20 years longer. They went through it, and I saw them in here, and I didn't rush to get them out. I thought, sure, look, if they grazed a bit of grass in there, wouldn't it be a nice little bonus? And I guess there was a bit of karma kicked in then, because they somehow got from our forestry here out into the older Quilcha forestry, kind of down there on the left-hand side from us. And that was bad enough, but they kept going then, and they came out on the other side of the forestry, and they came out on a public road. And that's when the phone call came through after that then. My biggest concern when I got the news was that they'd gone in on somebody's lawn or eaten a whole load of shrubs. And then we'd have been talking about a very different type of scenario. But thankfully, they went into a neighbour's field down there on the other side of the forestry, into some of his cattle. We separated them out. There was 27 of them. So I got a local man to bring him home for me, and he did a great job. He got me out of a hole now, really got me out of a hole on Monday evening. I had the wire put up in the meantime, and we eventually got him back. So we've put up temporary reels and stakes. They're to keep them from going in on that side, and then just close the gate going out to the far off side of the knock. So they had most of it grazed, and I just need to fence it now before they go back out there again. You're all right, missus. You needn't be getting up on my account. She's a nice heifer, in fairness. She'll hit 500 kgs before the end of September. That's the plan anyway. So they're stuck on that side of the far off knock at the moment. This one is closed off to them, and I need to start, say, I'll put in a new stake there, but that'll be the corner stake then for wire going down into the corner there, along by the back of it where they went out, and along by that side of it down there as well. It'll take a little while. All these jobs take me a little while by the time I get the stakes down here. There's a little bit of a spin from the yard and figure out where the stakes go and get them a bit of the furze bushes maybe cut back as well. Drive the stakes, tighten the wire, put up the wire, all that kind of thing. It'll take a little while, but it'll be a job that'll be done for all time then. And I suppose ultimately that's what I'm aiming for here. Anything I'm doing now, it won't be here for all time, but it'll be here kind of 5, 6, 10 years anyway. That's the kind of time span I'm looking at the moment. Whereas I guess I'd contrasted with when I had the few sheep, we were kind of making it up as we go along, which wasn't fair on the sheep enterprise, I suppose, but everything was kind of a means to an end, or to get through today or to get through the next couple of days. Whereas now I'm just kind of taking that longer term view. One last thing before I sign off. I'm looking for a bit of advice on a diesel tank and putting it up on a wall. But look, this is where it is at the moment, up on those couple of tyres, and I'm pouring it out of the little spout here, which is awkward. So the plan is to put it up on the wall here. I'll just stand up with the gate here so you can see it. Oh jeepers, gate is not the steadiest. So the wall is wide enough. It's not as wide as the tank, but it's wide enough to hold the tank. What I just need to do then is put something maybe on either side of the wall, I don't know if you can see it on that side, to secure it in place. So I'll push it into the shed a little bit, so it's not fully just straight up from where it is. It'll be up in there, and that'll make it easier to get the diesel into the tractor as well. But I'd like some way to secure it, so that, you know, if it's very windy, for whatever way the wind would be blowing to catch it there, it won't blow over. So if anybody has any suggestions on how to do that, throw it into the comments section below. That's it then. More calves ready to be weaned. The ears pushing on, so we'll try and get that bit of reseeding done. Try and think long term when it comes to fencing in cattle. And if you have any comments as to how, or any ideas as to how that diesel tank might be fixed on top of the wall, throw them into the comment section below. So thanks a million for watching again. We'll talk to you soon. Good luck.